I'm 23 years old and I live on EBT. If you asked any of my friends, family, or roommates, they'd tell you that Aiden eats a lot of food. And another just like passion of mine is eating good quality food. I think it's important for your longevity and it's important to understand how to eat good when you're young. Otherwise, you can't expect to eat better when you're older. So I just went to the grocery store. I went to two grocery stores actually. And here's what I spent my money on. Let's see. So I went to Whole Foods and Grocery Outlet. At Grocery Outlet, I spent, let's see, $66, $65.88. And let's see, meat, I spent about $25 on. I got a piece of steelhead and a tri-tip, which is like a piece of beef. And I got a thing of salami and feta, and that was another $12 right there. Got 3 avocados, thing of bananas, and some crackers, some chili garlic sauce, almond butter, organic mango, organic dried mango, and some Ritz wheat crackers. So I split up my grocery getting into 2 different stores, sometimes 3, because I find that I can price shop at certain stores for some things, and there's like places like Grocery Outlet where they don't always have the like highest quality, but oftentimes if it's processed anyway, I don't really care. I want to get the stuff that is like good ingredients and shelf stable for the cheapest possible. And so I'll go to Grocery Outlet first and look through what they have in terms of shelf stable, healthy stuff. Like the organic dried mango is cheaper there than it is at a lot of other stores. And usually they're kind of their motto is that, oh, our package was dented and so we can sell it for a couple dollars less. And so I save a little bit of money there. Let's see, what else did I get? They also have sometimes just like sauces and stuff that have been overproduced or something like that. And so they're a couple of dollars cheaper. So I got this chili garlic sauce that I want to try because I've been cooking more Asian dishes. And then oftentimes similar with meat, their meats are maybe not the best looking and or they are just not like a name brand and so they don't end up selling very well in a traditional grocery store. And so they sell for a couple of dollars less at Grocery Outlet. And so I like to try some of the stuff from Grocery Outlet just because it gives me the opportunity to experiment. And I feel like I don't know, this is going to be fun because I'm going to make a video out of it and it'll be enjoyable. I also find that their steelhead is really good. A lot of stuff at the store is at Grocery Outlet in particular can be kind of hit or miss. And this one is definitely a hit. It's $8 for just under a pound of steelhead. But steelhead to me tastes so good and much better than salmon. And then I went to Whole Foods to get kind of the staples and a lot of my produce because I find the produce has a lot higher quality. And so if I'm going to spend the money, I might as well get some stuff that'll last me a week or so. Anyway, so I spent exactly $66 there. And let's see, not the nice breakdown that Grocery Outlet gave me. Basically, the big ticket items were I got a bunch of these oranges, they're Sumo citrus oranges, and I got milk, yogurt, rice, and some tortillas, kind of some items to supplement the meat that I bought at Grocery Outlet and give me some like starches and some bases of some meals. You'll notice I don't have a lot of greens here. I get my greens on Saturdays. I work at the farmer's market, and so I get to take home like cabbages and kales and some green onions. So that saves me a little bit of money and lets me kind of pick and choose a little bit at the grocery store in terms of getting a higher number of items for my limited budget. And so, yeah, I found that this works pretty well for me because I start at one store, say it's Grocery Outlet, and then I move on to Whole Foods, where I notice things tend to be higher price but better quality. And so if I'm getting something that I want to last a couple days in the fridge, I'm going to opt for the Whole Foods produce. So you might be curious how long this is going to last me and how much money I have to spend throughout the course of the month, and like, what am I going to do with all this food? And so today I spent $120 between the two stores, and that comes out of my total of $290 and some change per month. And so I can make this stretch approximately 2 weeks, and that way I can get about two of these shops in with a little bit of like fill in between the weeks where I run out of ingredients or I have a specific meal in mind. But basically, the way I approach this is I want to get stuff, one, for dinners and lunches, and then I usually have an egg or something or some yogurt. I bought some yogurt for breakfast. But so my main goal is to just get ingredients that I know I can make a dinner with or a lunch with. And so this week, what I was really looking for is I was out of rice, and rice is really good because it can go under anything. It can go under a protein, or I can mix it in with like a salad green if I really wanted to and dress it up. Um, and so I kind of like try to fill in a couple key areas when I go to the grocery store. I want a carb or grain. I want my produce. I can't get produce at the farmer's market, like fruits and stuff, so I have to get those there. And then a couple different meats and some protein in the form of nuts or beans. Today I got some nuts. So in terms of what it's like to live on EBT, I would say that honestly, it is pretty comfortable as long as you are sort of cognizant about where you want to spend your money. I've noticed that when I go to the store and I've got a hankering and I buy a frozen pizza, and I end up walking to the store spending $20 and only getting enough food for one meal, um, the money tends to go a little bit quicker. And so, especially when you're on a limited budget, and I feel like regardless of whether you're on EBT or just only have $300 a month to spend on food, it's important to think about what food is going to keep you full for a long time, and what food has like the nutritional value that you are interested in getting for yourself and your family. And so those are the two big things that I go into the grocery store with, kind of the headspace. Okay, I don't necessarily know what I'm going to cook for the week, but I know that I like protein. It's a good way to get like a meal in me that makes me feel energized and helps me work better in the next day if I'm at work or whatever. I don't get tired if I have, a salad with chicken on it and a side of rice, for example, or a beef sandwich or something else for dinner that has like a little bit of protein in it. So I usually go for a protein, and that seems to work pretty well for me. I think the biggest advantage to being on EBT personally is that you don't have to think as hard about what you're giving up in order to get this food. Um, a lot of times when you're on a low budget, like I am, you have to think about what you're sacrificing if you're choosing to splurge on, say, organic produce, or even just like buying meat instead of tofu. And so I think the peace of mind that that gives you to be able to go into the grocery store and pick items that are healthy and good for your body, but not necessarily taking away from a rent payment or your utilities, or even just like mental health leisure activities that will kind of like brighten your mood and add like a bit of joy to your month. And so I think the ability to go into the grocery store and understand that you have some money to spend, though it's not a lot of money, it's enough money to get in the grocery store, get some ingredients, and make meals that are healthy for you. And it kind of takes away that stress of needing to pick one or the other, right? You can have food in addition to having a place to stay, or not having to worry about that $300 that you could put towards rent. And so for me personally, it's been really nice in that sense that I don't have to stress about going into the grocery store and deciding whether I want to buy eggs this week or fill up my tank. And so I think that's a takeaway that a lot of people can resonate with. And honestly, I feel like people should have that opportunity to not have to stress and pick one or the other. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a great rest of your day.